Good morning to all my students of class 9. In this lecture we discuss chapter number 6, that is solutions. First of all, we discuss how many topics covered in this chapter. The first topic that we discuss in this chapter, that is solution. Then we discuss different types of solution. For example, saturated solution, unsaturated solution, supersaturated solution, aqueous solution and dilute solution. After it, we discuss different terms that we use in this chapter. For example, concentrated solution, suspension and colloids. All these terms we discuss in this chapter. Now we discuss the first term that is used in this chapter, solution. What is solution? Solution is defined as a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. For example, if we make a solution of salt solution, we use two substances, salt and water. When we dissolve small amount of salt in water, make a solution. This is the example of solution. Now, we already discussed in this term, solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Another example of solution is sugar solution. If we dissolve small amount of sugar in water, make sugar solution. Another example of solution is glucose solution. When we dissolve 5% of glucose in water, make glucose solution. It is another example of solution. Now, we discuss next term that used in this chapter is solute. First of all, we understand what is solute. Solute is a component of solution and it is present in small quantity in solution. That component of solution which present in a small quantity in solution is called solute. For example, when we dissolve 5% of glucose in water, so glucose is a solute because the amount of glucose is less than water. That's why glucose is called solute. Another term that we use in this chapter is solvent. What is solvent? It is also the component of solution. That component which present in greater amount in solution is called solvent. For example, if we take another example of solution, that is salt solution. If we dissolve 5% of salt in water, make up salt solution. So in this case, salt is solute and water is solvent. Why water is called solvent? Because it is present in greater amount in solution. Now, remember students, that component which is present in greater amount in solution is called solvent. Water is best solvent in the universe because it can dissolve more of the solids due to its polar nature. That solution which contain water is called aqueous solution. The word aqua is derived from a Latin word that is aqua, and aqua means water. Solution which contain water is called aqueous solution. For example, if we take solute, for example, we take salt as a solute and we dissolve this salt in 100 ml of water, then make a salt solution. Because in this solution water is present as a solvent and we dissolve salt in this water, that's why this solution is called aqueous solution. Now we discuss different types of solution, that is saturated solution, unsaturated solution and supersaturated solution. First of all, we discuss saturated solution. What is saturated solution? A saturated solution is one which contains maximum amount of solute in a given solvent at room temperature. If maximum amount of solute present in a given solvent, such a solution is called saturated solution. If greater amount of solute, maximum amount of solute dissolve in a solvent, this solution is called saturated solution. For example, if we take example of salt solution, we take some water in a beaker and we add some amount of salt in it and we start dissolve this salt in water and add more salt and we dissolve it, but in this water maximum amount of salt can dissolve. Such a solution which can dissolve maximum amount of salt at a given room temperature, such a solution is called saturated solution. It is the example of saturated solution. I give example of saturated solution is sugar solution. Now, another example of saturated solution is sugar. If we add crystal of sugar in water and we dissolve it, they do not dissolve more sugar in it. It has capacity to dissolve maximum amount of solute, maximum amount of salt, maximum amount of sugar dissolved in this solution. Such a solution is called saturated solution. Now we discuss another term, that is unsaturated solution. What is unsaturated solution? Unsaturated solution is defined as a solution which contains less amount of solute, and such a solution has the capacity to dissolve less amount of solute in it. Such a solution is called unsaturated solution. If we add more solute in this, they do not dissolve in it. It dissolves less amount of solute. A solution, I repeat it again. Unsaturated solution is that solution which dissolves less amount of solute in it. Such a solution is called unsaturated solution. Now we discuss example of unsaturated solution. If we take few crystal of sugar and we dissolve in a glass of water. Result, unsaturated solution is formed. A less amount of sugar crystal dissolved in water. That's why we call this unsaturated solution. Such a solution will dissolve less amount of solute in solvent. Such a solution is called unsaturated solution. Now, we discuss another term that we use in this chapter, that is supersaturated solution. What is supersaturated solution? Supersaturated solution is that which contain greater amount of salt, greater amount of solute dissolved in it. For example, if we add greater amount of salt in water and we dissolve it, then we add more solute, more salt add in it, and we heat this solution to dissolve salt. Then this salt dissolve in this water and make up solution. This solution which contain greater amount of salt, greater amount of solute dissolved, such a solution is called supersaturated solution. And the example of supersaturated solution is sugar. If we add more sugar in water, and after that we heat it and more sugar dissolved in this solution, then this solution is called supersaturated solution. So students, what is supersaturated solution? Supersaturated solution is that solution which dissolve greater amount of solute that is present in saturated solution. I hope understand students these terminologies that we use in this chapter and discuss here. First one is saturated solution, second one is unsaturated, and third one is supersaturated. Now, we discuss another type of solution, that is dilute solution.
Now we define dilute solution. What is dilute solution? Dilute solution is a solution which contain a small amount of solute that will dissolve in water. Such a solution which contain small amount of solute, and this small amount of solute will dissolve in water. This solution is called dilute solution. So remember students, in dilute solution, less amount of solute will found. Less amount of solute will dissolve in water is called dilute solution. Another term that we use in this chapter is called concentrated solution. What is concentrated solution? Concentrated solution is a solution that contain large amount of solute that will dissolve in water. What is concentrated solution? Concentrated solution is defined as a solution that contain a relatively large amount of solute present in solvent. If large amount of solute present in solvent, such a solution is said to be concentrated solution. Next, we discuss here how can we prepare dilute solution in laboratory. We can prepare dilute solution in laboratory from concentrated solution. First of all, by the help of following formula. First of all, we write formula concentrated solution is equal dilute solution. Then we write molarity and volume of that solution. The molarity of concentrated solution is represented by here. The formula is present, and in this formula, the molarity of concentrated solution is represented by M1, and the volume of concentrated solution is represented by V1. On the next side, dilute solution is present, and below the dilute solution, molarity of dilute solution is represented by M2, and volume of dilute solution is represented by V2. In this formula, M1 V1 is equal M2 V2. M1 represent molarity of concentrated solution, V1 represent volume of concentrated solution, M2 represent molarity of dilute solution, and V2 represent volume of dilute solution. With the help of this formula, we can make dilute solution in laboratory from concentrated solution. Now we discuss here one numerical. The numerical is how do you prepare 100 ml of 0.40 molar magnesium sulfate from stock solution of 2.0 molar magnesium sulfate. First of all, the first step before writing a numerical is data. First of all, we make data. What is data? The values that is given in question, in numerical question, some values are given. This value we will write in data. First of all, the first value, that is 100 ml. 100 ml is the volume of 0.40 molar magnesium sulfate. Then second value is 0.40 molar. ये molarity दी हुई है किसकी? 0.40 molar solution of magnesium sulfate. Next value that is given in numerical, that is 2.0 molar magnesium sulfate. The second next value is 2.0 molar magnesium sulfate solution. This is stock solution. So first one, we write in data molarity of solution, that is magnesium sulfate solution, is 2.0 molar. This stock solution, molarity of stock solution is represented by M1, and the value of M1 is given in the numerical, that is 2.0 molar magnesium sulfate solution. Next molarity that is given in the numerical is 0.40 molar magnesium sulfate. This is represented by M2, and the value of M2 is 0.40 molar magnesium sulfate solution. Next one, we write volume. The volume that is given in the numerical is 100 ml. We represented this V2, and the volume of magnesium sulfate solution, that molarity is 0.40 molar. This volume is 100 ml. Then we represent this volume is V2, and the value of V2 that is given in numerical is 100 ml. We will need, how would you prepare? We will need volume that makes solution. So required is V1. First of all, we write formula that we discussed previously in this lecture. Concentrated solution is equal dilute solution. Then second step, we will write formula M1V1 is equal M2V2. Now, look at data. In data, the value of V1 is not given. In this mean, we found the value of V1. And if we again see data, in data, the value of M1 is also given, that is 2.0 molar magnesium sulfate. If we write in solution the value of M2 value is also given in data, that is 0.40 molar magnesium sulfate. And the volume of V2, that is 100 ml, it is also found in data. The volume of V2 is 100 ml. First of all, we write V1 as it is in this, because we find V1, that's why we write V1 in original condition, and we put the value in this formula, that is M1, M2 and V2. First of all, we write the value of M1, that is 2 molar. Okay, M1 के नीचे हम M1 की value लिख देंगे, that is 2, and then we write V1 as it is, because we find here V1. Then next other side M2, below the M2 we write value of M2, that is 0.40 molar, and with this, along with this, we write value of V2, that is found in data, that is 100 ml. After writing all the values that has given in data, we will find out the value of V1. 0.40 multiplied by 100, and this 2, that is multiplied by V1. The side of this 2 is changed. We change on the other side. When we change 2 on the other side, that is divide. One side पे ये multiply हो रहा था, जब हम इसकी side change करेंगे, when change the side of 2, then this can multiply. And 0.4 multiplied by 100 and divided by 2. Then we have given answer 20 centimeter cube. Now we solve another numerical, that is 6.2. How would you prepare 500 cm cube of 0.20 molar sodium hydroxide from a stock solution of 1.5 molar sodium hydroxide? First step, we can write data. In data, we write those value that is given in the numerical. First of all, first value that is given in the numerical is 1.5, and it is represented by M1. The second value that is given in the numerical, that is 0.20 molar sodium hydroxide, and it is represented by M2. The next value that is given in the numerical, that is 500 cm cube. It is volume, and it is represented by V2. How would you prepare 500 cm cube solution? We required V2, V1 in this numerical. First of all, first step of solution is, first of all, we write formula. We should know how can we prepare solution, dilute solution from concentrated solution. The formula of this is concentrated solution is equal to dilute solution. Then, and its formula is M1 V1 is equal M2 V2. We already discussed M1 and V1. M1 molarity of concentrated solution, V1 is the molarity, V1 is the volume of concentrated solution. M2 is the molarity of dilute solution, and V2 is the volume of dilute solution. First of all, we write values in the formula. We put values in the formula and we get value of V1. The value of M1 is 1.5. Then we write below side of M1 is 1.5. V1 we can find. Then it write in as it is condition V1. Then M2, the value of M2 is 0.2. Then below M2 we write this value, that is 0.20. And then we write value of V2, that is 500 cm3. We can find V1. We can find V1. 1.5 multiply with V1. We only required the value of V1. That's why we change the position of 1.5 and we transfer this 1.5 on the other side. In this side, 1.5 multiply with V1. When we change this side, then on the other side, 1.5 can be multiplied. One side it is multiply and on the other side it can be divide. Okay, so 0.20 we write as it is, multiply by 500 we write as it is, and 1.5 that before one side it can be multiplied with V1 and when we change this side it can be divide. 0.20 multiply by 500 and divided by 1.5, we can get answer 66.67 cm3. I hope students you can understand this numericals and this lecture. You can get your feedback in your class group.